Hi guys, it's Kimberly. Welcome back to the Twin Flame family, and thanks to those of you who are just joining us. It is Sunday, February 5th, and we are going into a week that has a full moon lunar eclipse up ahead on Friday, February 10th. Oh my gosh, this month is flying. I'm shuffling the cards right now. I'm going to do a spread for you for the Twin Flame Collective for this upcoming week, as well as talk a little bit about what this lunar eclipse is going to bring up for us in relation to this reading as well. Okay, so I wanted to remind you while I'm laying out the spread here that you can visit the website, thetwinflamefamily.com, and we've got a lot coming up. Exciting workshops, a heart-centered meditation on 2/12. You can join in on that. It's Sunday, the Sunday before Valentine's Day. We're going to be doing heart chakra Reiki and a group meditation. And then on 2/22, we've got the Wounded Warrior to Divine Goddess workshop. And we are also going to be segueing into March with a whole series of classes. And that is March 2nd, 9th, 16th, and 23rd. And they're really all about the twin flame process, managing it from A to Z, from the start of the journey to the union. And it's really just a progression so that we can talk, ask questions, and really learn and dig into the learning to uncover the myths about what twin flames are, what this journey means, how to dig into our shadow work and healing, self-love, mission, union, everything. And so that 4-week series, it's only $22 per class. We're going to be doing it at televideo conference, and you can sign up now. The spots are already filling up, which is awesome. And again, you can just click on the twinflamefamily.com and click on the schedule a session for the private sessions, or the group services have all the workshops and classes. Okay, so just shuffling here and going to continue this. This is interesting. I love when a card just pops out because, it means something. So we're going to just put this here. Okay. This full moon energy it's a lunar eclipse in Leo on Friday, February 10th. And we are looking at, it's very much about self-expression. It's about, our heart's true desires. We had a very powerful lunar eclipse back in August of 2016. I'm sure you guys remember. It brought a lot of stuff up. It's interesting because that's when my union occurred. It was right around that time with my twin flame. And I've had a very tumultuous sort of a path, ups and downs, and lots of things have transpired in that. And those lunar eclipses, the effects of them last for 6 months. So it's carrying us through to February now. And this lunar eclipse, the effects of this will kind of segue for 6 months. But this one's very emotional. It's tied to Leo. Lunar eclipses are very emotional. It's tied to our emotional center and what is our heart's true desire. What is our soul's path? It's about expression. It's really going to magnify some of the hurts and wounds that we've been carrying. And I believe that it's going to provide a lot of clarity for those of us who have kind of been stuck or not really sure or afraid to take the next step in our lives. And during eclipses, any type of eclipse, things get revealed to us, information gets revealed. We get clear, sometimes it's a shakeup, and I feel like this one will be an emotional shakeup, but it won't be a hard transition. It seems like it's going to be big changes, but they're not going to be hard. It's just going to kind of happen with ease. And even though some of these changes you may not think that you want right now or that you're totally ready for, trust that you are, because your soul is calling out for them. Your soul is calling out for clarity, for shifting onto your true path. And for the collective twin flames, I think this is very much about mission. I think it's very much about not getting unstuck in our twin flame connections. Okay. I feel like for the divine feminine, a lot of you are going to say, I haven't been treated right and I'm not going to take this anymore. And here's what, forget about that, because I'm tired of the old paradigms and I'm ready to shift. I'm ready to shift through my own healing. I'm also ready to get on my mission and stop giving so much external energy to this, relationship, or maybe some of the behaviors that haven't been healthy for me. Okay. And I'm definitely getting that private session. I'm getting it in my own relationship. I'm getting it through just the guides and the messages for the collective. So very interesting. All right. So what's coming up here is really a lot about trust. So we've got 2 trust cards. Okay. So under the situation, I always pull the Dorian Virtue, Brian Weiss past life check. It's often early life stuff. It's also right now stuff. I feel like this is saying this is maybe trust or faith that you lost as you were a child that got dimmed down because of like familial beliefs or things that were ingrained to you that you didn't trust in, like the unseen or the not knowing. But they're saying like trust in the science and just trust this process. Trust the way things are going. Trust if things are unearthing during this eclipse, or if you're shifting past or big changes are coming, just trust, go with it. Don't resist them. They're telling us to visualize success. Okay. And this is see yourself doing well in the situation, have faith in a positive outcome. This is very much about our mission. I know a lot of us are like kind of stepping into our mission, but you kind of thinking like it lies up ahead of you. And they're saying, and they've been saying since November, step into it now. And I feel as though this time is a time to really focus on self and what you really want. Not be skewed by, some outcome that you're looking at in the future, whether it's with your twin flame, or like some of you have said to me, well, I know like me and my twin are going to serve this, higher mission together, whatever it is. But like what the guides are saying to the collective is like, don't wait for your twin. Start serving your mission. You're part of that mission right now. And visualize success, because it's definitely possible, especially as this shifting with the lunar eclipse full moon. It's really a time for manifestation and getting on our true paths. Other cards that Ascended Master cards that came up around this are the artistic expression, which is very much, so many of you are creative and channeling your missions through creativity, whether that's the healing arts, getting creative with how you're marketing yourself, how you're going to put your mission out to the universe, or just channeling some of your hurt emotions, especially because this is going to be an emotional full moon, channeling it through your art. Many of you are writers, you are painters, you like to draw, but we sometimes stay away from our art because we feel like we're not so inspired to. But this is the time to be using any of the pent-up emotions, any of the struggles, any of the hurts, any of the pain that we have, and channeling it right into an artistic expression. And then on the other side, twin flames came up. And so this is really, whenever this comes up in a reading, it's like, hello, twin flames. This is directly related to you. And I feel like it's talking about what your individual expression in this relationship. This is like reminding you that for union to be possible, you must be an individuated soul. You must have your own purpose. You must have done your own healing. You must have, walked the journey through the ascension path to come out to a place where you are ready for this powerful union and connection. And if you come together too soon, that's when a lot of this runner-chaser dynamic comes, and sort of tumultuous playings out or goings on, and the back and forth and that whole dance that we've talked about in the past. We don't want to do that. We want to come together when we're ready, when it's divine timing, and when we know that we're truly on our mission and we've really dug deep into our healing. This card is coming up above the situation. It's saying you are profoundly clairvoyant, okay? You are profoundly clairvoyant. It's saying trust what you see in your mind's eye, as well as with your physical sight. For your spiritual vision helps you with healing, teaching, and guidance. And I feel that many of us are being called to teach, to share our gifts. This full moon is also about expression, and it's about How can we support the universe? How can we, there is a consciousness shift that's going on, and how can we support this and give our gifts? And I keep saying it over and over again, but we must trust our clairvoyant gifts. We must trust in the signs and synchronicities. We must trust. Okay, so it's saying trust your inner knowing, trust in the unseen. Have blind faith in this process that if you take a leap, all is going to line up for you. This is about manifestation and not doubting ourselves. Okay, as I get into the masculine, feminine energy for the collective, it's really interesting because on one side we have, this to me is still this is the feminine. She's still the hermit. And this is, it's the nine card. It's the hermit. Okay. This is a major card that is signifying we need to come out of the closet. We need to come out of closed doors. This is winter time in many states, many parts of the world. You know, the weather is cold and we tend to hunker down, but it's saying to get out, give your gifts to the world, connect with different social circles, different spiritual groups, and do not stay behind closed doors, because that is not where opportunity will find us. And there are many opportunities that are waiting for the divine feminine. This came up in reverse. It is the Eight of Cups, and this is coming up for the masculine. And this is saying, you know, masculine is still hanging on to his past hurts, okay? And this is interesting that we've got sun and moon here too with the eclipse coming. I think for the masculine that these eclipses are going to bring powerful revelations that will help the masculine to make a shift sometime around springtime. Okay, so if that means shifting, I've said this before, but like shifting paradigms where there was conservative thinking, where they're breaking away from that, where they're leaving a relationship that no longer serves them, where they're finally getting the confidence or stepping into their masculine enough to not just be walking away from the hurt and the pain. Okay, and that, look at this card, upright. This is a man, these cups are upright and full, and he's walking away to find something else. There's this sense of hurt, there's this sense of, you know, abandoning what is, and something missing. Okay, see how something's missing right here? Something's missing in his life, and he knows it, and he's starting to recognize that. Or maybe that he has recognized it, but is fully admitting it to him. So I feel like especially for the masculine twins who are just kind of like staying in the current situation because it's keeping the status quo, it's, you know, pleasing everybody else, that is going to shift. And I feel like it's shifting with the eclipses that are coming through over the next month, over the next 4 weeks. And by springtime, he may be even ready to start to break away and start to shift some of these beliefs and to even take action to free himself and to get himself on his true soul's path as well, which is putting happiness first and not the happiness of others first. Is putting the self-happiness first, not the happiness of others first. The shared energy, we have the High Priestess in reverse. Okay, and for you guys, it's like this is always about there being, you know, things being black and white and stuck in the gray, decisions to be made, you know. With this in reverse and with the full moon coming, I feel like change is in the air. It's just in the air. Decisions are going to be made. You're going to wonder, did I make the right decision? Did I not? But just, they're saying to just trust this. Trust. Up above the situation, sort of crowning everything, is the Queen of Cups. And this is saying that there is this opportunity for us to step into our fullness of expression, our divine feminine, and also into our strength and power. Okay, there is an emotional strength that's coming through here, and this is an opportunity for abundance, success, higher calling, fullness of expression, owning and balancing our divine feminine and masculine. But see, the things that are holding us back are like this staying behind closed doors, this holding on to past hurts. And, you know, they're just telling us, visualize success and, you know, step into your artistic expression. Step into the healing arts. Trust your clairvoyant, you know, talents and gifts, and that inner knowing of what comes next. Because if you're thinking you know what comes next, or even if you know, it may not be a full like, oh, I'm going to step into this new career path. It may just be like, I know I need to join this group, or I know I need to start this class, or I'm just going to try this. They're saying do it now. Do it in the month of February. Do it during March. They've been calling me to do that. The classes that I put together for March, it's like, there was just this inner knowing of this is what the collective needs. This is what I need to do. I need to be teaching more classes. And for the collective, I know how to gear these classes. And it's just all about trust, you guys. On the bottom of the deck for the, or in the tarot deck, it's the King of Swords. And he's always coming through because, this is about masculine energy. And it's interesting that he's bottom of the deck and the Queen of Cups is crowning the situation. And I feel like it's time to put away the swords, okay, and put away all this false masculine energy and really just become grounded in the fullness of our masculine, in the fullness of our feminine. And during the workshop that I'm doing on the 22nd, the How to Turn Your Wounded Warrior into a Divine Goddess, we're going to talk very much about what false masculine is versus what are true masculine traits that even the feminine, that the female embodiments can claim, and how to claim them in a healthy way. And then also how to transform our feminine traits and reclaim the feminine traits that are authentically us, that maybe we've abandoned since we were children. How to reclaim those and develop them into power and strength so that we're not overpowering with sword-like, aggressive or pushy, forceful behavior, or survival type mentality, that we're actually just flowing through our lives in the fullness of our expression and the power of our divine feminine. And the only way to tap into that power, it's not by harnessing like false strength. It's by stepping into the fullness of all the qualities of the feminine. That's where the true power comes from. So I like to do bottom of the deck also for the Brian Weiss card. And it's interesting, Brian Weiss and Doreen Virtue past life card. It's interesting that, because I always say these are early lives, the father card is coming up. And again, I feel like this is indicative of maybe those of us who had overpowering, overbearing fathers who were perhaps out of balance in their masculine as well. And that we adopted defense mechanisms to, or false masculine energy in response to. And it's the idea right now is to soften into our heart center, find what our soul's path is. Remember that some muck may come up, especially with this eclipse. And I'm talking about the emotional stickiness of the past 6 months. A lot of the stuff that has been bothering us or has been starting to be stirred up on an emotional level will probably come up during this eclipse, but it's coming up for us to just clear it out so that we can say, you know what, I'm going to put my foot down to the universe and say, this isn't me anymore, and I'm leaving these old things behind, this messiness, this muck, this stuff that no longer serves me, this emotional baggage that I no longer want to carry. And so I'm going to choose to move into a more healed state. I'm going to surround myself with people that align with my mission and align with a higher vibration that I'm now lining up with myself. And that's going to enable me to forge closer to union with my twin flame, as well as get on my mission in the meantime and really have a true, I feel like the heart's calling will be audible. Okay, so you're going to be able to hear what that is a little bit more clearly now as we go into this lunar eclipse. So listen closely. And if you're still saying, I don't know if it's time yet to make the leap, they're saying start with small steps still. Just start. Just find a place to start, whether it's, like I said, teaching a class or giving a gift. Even if you just use your healing art or your gift to give to somebody, give to someone as a gift. Valentine's Day is coming up. Give that as a gift. Give your gift as a gift to someone. That's your first step. And then, it may not be for all of you just like forming a new business or getting on a new career path just yet, but they're saying start now. Okay, so start during the month of February. Start now if you haven't already. Those of you who have already started, they're saying forge ahead, because visualize success and it will come to you. Dreams are coming true this year. This is a realization year. This is a manifestation year. This is a new beginning year. Okay? So it's like culmination of the old, starting the new, but a lot is possible. And these eclipses are going to help us purge out what no longer serves us so that we can get clear, get on the right path. So tap into your heart center. Remember, these things are audible now, so listen to the inner voice, listen to the inner knowing, listen to the, chirping in your ear, listen to the signs that are all around you, and just follow that. Okay, so I will see you guys soon. Remember, check out the twinflamefamily.com, click on schedule a session for the private sessions or to book any of the workshops or classes, and I will see you guys next week. Mwah! Have a great week, everyone. See you soon. Bye.